Monday is a bit simple. It's mac and cheese Monday. And baby spinach. Yeah. This comes from Aldi. It comes with the shells in the box and the cheese sauce in the packet. And then some dry milk instead of regular milk. I just leave extra water in the macaroni and add dry milk. So there's my macaroni boiling. I'm going to drain a little of the water out because I put more than I needed. And then I'm going to put dry milk in it. And there's the dry milk in. So I just stir it until it gets creamy. I think I put about a cup of dry milk. I drained a little of the water out. I just left some in. And then it'll be ready for the cheese sauce. First I'm going to put the spinach so it can melt in, and then I'll put the cheese sauce. Now, I've melted the spinach in. I just put it in and let it wilt. And it's fully cooked, just like that. And then I put the cheese sauce in.
Is there a bug on me?
Hmm?
Is there a bug on me?
Don't see a bug. You're moving around like a washing machine.
Well, hurry up, turn the video off.
I don't see any. Well, there it is, looking all creamy and delicious. Yummy. It'll sit here until the boys are ready to eat it. I have a little bitty Aldi Haul this morning. Well, it's afternoon already. Got milk for Hassan. I got cream cheese. I got sour cream and shredded lettuce. And I got shrimp. They're raw, they're peeled, they're deveined, and tail off. So I'm going to use them with dinner today. Today I'm making a meal I haven't made before. And then I got 2 avocados. I decided to only buy what we're going to eat in one meal at a time because they often go bad before we finish them. So I just got what I want to make for dinner today. I think I'll make them into guacamole. And then I'll have the shredded lettuce. And then I have these to make with breakfast because the kids have liked and something I started making for breakfast for them sometimes. So I got some of those. They're small flour tortillas that are used for like fajitas and mini soft tacos. So, and they're not expensive. They're like a little over $1. Same with these. These flour burrito tortillas are really big, and there's only 8 in the pack, but they're $1.45 for the 8. It would be less than $3 for 2 packs, and which is what I would buy if I was going to have it on hand. But since I just ran out to get them because my other ones are in the freezer. Some that are not frozen. And then these are items that I already had, and I brought them in from the pantry to use with dinner. I just wanted to point that out. Now the other filling option I'm going to have is roasted chicken that I picked off the bone, and it was left over from another dinner, and I'm going to use that as the filling, and that's some cream cheese that gets mixed in. There's the chicken and the cream cheese, and I'm going to put in some Creole seasoning too, because it's a little under seasoned, so I want to make sure it's seasoned pretty good. I was going to make some rice for a side dish, and I realized we're out of rice. Now's not a good time to find that out. So I have that. The Creole seasoning is just the right amount of pepper and salt and seasoning all mixed together, and I think that would be delicious. And that cream cheese, the little bits of cream cheese will get melty in there. And so I've been chopping a little. I have the shredded lettuce. I got that today because I didn't feel like chopping that much. And then I got, I cut up this in squares. I didn't think it's quite soft enough to make good guacamole out of it. So it's soft enough to eat, but not that soft. And I got the rest of my organic green onions chopped. I have a little garlic chopped to put in with the shrimp then. That's what I'm going to use for the shrimp. And I think since I don't like to put cheese with the shrimp, I'm going to put green enchilada sauce with those. Just a little, not the whole can probably. But for taste, or maybe I might put the jalapenos. But I thought that the diced jalapenos might be a little too spicy. And I want to invite the kids to eat it. So I'm thinking just stick with that and maybe a few bits of cream cheese or something in the shrimp, like I did with the chicken, because we don't want it drippy with cheese inside, because then it gets this cheese sauce drizzled on the outside when it's finished cooking. Normally it gets a side of a little bit of salad and rice, but I'm going to make beans and corn instead, since I don't have any rice for the sides. A mixture of this Fiesta style corn from Kroger and this corn that my mom gave us last Christmas. She gave us a box of pints of corn that she canned herself. And again, I like to use organic whenever I can. Whenever I can find what I want in organic, I get it. And so the beans are going to warm up here, and I put a cube of vegetable flavored bouillon in there, like I always do with the beans. I thought since the chicken is more kid friendly, I'm actually going to put some cheese in there, because it'll help it cling together more and not be, falling out when they eat it. So that's with the filling for the chicken chimichanga. My plan is to get the skillet screeching hot before I add the shrimp, so it can cook in seconds. The butter's melty, the garlic is chopped in there, and as soon as I smell the garlic, I'm gonna toss the shrimp in. Now, the shrimp is in. It doesn't need to cook long. If you cook shrimp too long, it'll be like eating your shoes. I'm also going to use the same seasoning on the shrimp. Like I said, it's the perfect blend of salt and pepper already in, including cayenne pepper. It's cooking. I have left the broth from the shrimp in here, and I'm going to reduce it a bunch, because I took them out because they're fully cooked and they don't need to cook anymore. If I cook them anymore, they'll get rubbery. So I'm just going to reduce this broth and then return it to the shrimp after it's just a little bit and a lot thicker. I added 4 tablespoons of this green chili enchilada sauce. I don't want to kill the flavor of the shrimp, so I just want to add a little bit to the shrimp's own broth to give it a little bit more taste. I don't want to add cheese to the shrimp. I'm just weird like that, I guess. It is, and it looks thick, doesn't it? I kept adding a couple teaspoons at a time of the enchilada sauce until I liked the flavor. And now it tastes good. It's the shrimp broth, a little butter that I had in the pan at the beginning, and some garlic. It's going to taste good. Now I'm going to go pick up my kids, and then I'm going to assemble and fry their enchiladas when I get home. The important thing was to get all the filling. The gravy is nice and thick. Oh, there's a little more broth in there. That's okay. Just mix it in there. I'm mixing that can of queso blanco with some of this sauce to give it a little spice. I already added a lot, and I'm going to add a little bit more, because the flavor is just very complimentary. It really complements the flavor of the cheese, and the cheese sauce that goes on these chimichangas is a little bit, tiny bit spicy, apparently, according to the recipes I read on Pinterest. The first one frying. There's one with the chicken, and I'm gonna roll it up and put it in the oil. Cooking. Okay, you want sour cream? You don't want sour cream? Okay, here, dip some. Whoops. Just put it on your salad. So he's having beans and corn and lettuce. He's already mixed it up a little. But that's the chimichanga over there with a little cheese sauce. So I put them out of the oil and onto this cooling rack to drip any excess oil. There's the shrimp one going getting wrapped and fried. There's Ali's shrimp chimichanga with corn and beans and green onions and sour cream. There is Ali's chicken one. The first one he had was a shrimp one. Now he wants to try the chicken one too. And he really likes beans and corn as well as green onions. There you go, honey. Okay, today I'm using a head of organic cauliflower that I got from Aldi. Organic cauliflower. Yeah, and I chopped it really small so that it will cook by the time the potatoes are cooked. Because cauliflower takes a bit longer. But and I chopped them really small so they'll cook in time to get meshed with the potatoes. Okay, there are the potatoes and cauliflower, water, and sea salt or kosher salt. I put 2 tablespoons of salt because it takes extra salt since it kind of gets drained. Okay, I'm thawing tilapia to fry to eat with the mashed potatoes. I got that pack from Aldi today. Yeah, so when they thaw, I'm gonna season them and fry them. And here's some corn and green onions that I'm gonna reheat for dinner. And the tilapia is frying with the seasoning on it. This is how my husband likes to do the tilapia. He's actually manning the tilapia right now. It's a very mild fish. It doesn't have a strong fishy smell or taste. Well, my potatoes are ready to drain and mash. I drained a lot of water out. I left some in because when I put the dry milk in, it'll get creamy. So it's in. And give it a mix. And it also needs some butter. There's the butter ready to get melted and mixed in. Oops. And here's the garlic powder going in.
Mama,
It's a little flavor. No, honey, there's 4 ounces of cream cheese cut up in there. I'm going to mix that in too for creaminess. Okay, that's how they look. Creamy and peaky, making peaks. The butter and the milk powder and the cream cheese all work together to help this texture. There's my husband's plate. He prefers rice with his fish, and he chopped up onions and jalapenos in there. It looks amazing. After he fried the fish, he fried the rice and vegetables in the same oil because a lot of the flavor stayed in the pan.
Everything into a video.
And this is mine. I have mashed potatoes, corn, and tilapia. Today, I'm making burgers for the kids. This tube of hamburger meat is from Restaurant Depot. It's very beautiful hamburger meat. And it's U.S. inspected and passed by the Department of Agriculture. So, it's a little pricey, but it's beautiful and makes delicious burgers. So I'm making burgers for the kids. I'm only seasoning them with this Tony Chachery's Original Creole seasoning because it's the best seasoning for everything. I'm going to fork mix it. I want it to be fluffy. I don't want the burgers to be like rubber, so I'm not going to press them together too tightly. I'm not going to knead the meat. It's not bread dough. So I'm just going to mix them and try to keep them a little fluffy because that makes the burgers better. And while I'm mixing this, my pan is hot, heating. They're frying. So I have it kind of fluffy and loose, as you can see. And then I make it into patties, but I don't try to make them and knead them and mush them together like dough, bread dough or something. It's just as loose as I can and still make it stay together in a patty. There they are. They're going to be there, ready to put in buns when the kids get home. And I'll have to go to Aldi and pick up some hamburger buns for these burgers. Okay. Here are the brioche buns. Some with sesame seeds and some plain for the burgers. And I got some keto-friendly protein bread. Got a pack of dahlias. It has 3 in it. It was $3.99. And I got a scissor kit. I think that's cute. It was $4.99. That was in the Aldi Finds aisle. And I got milk for Hassan. Got apples, oranges, and carrots to go with the kids' dinner with their burgers. There they are, ready for the kiddos. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir.